Hi guys, it's Sam. Today's video is going to be part 2 in a series that I am making about Hobonichi weeks. In the last one, which I will link in this video, I talk about what worked for me and what didn't work for 2019 and kind of how I'm going to change things for 2020. So I thought that that would be helpful so that you could, especially as a newbie, see, as someone who has used the planner for a couple of years, how it's still evolving and maybe what to do or what not to do with certain sections. So in today's video, I'm going to set up specifically the monthly, this yearly section I'm going to add a photo to, and then I'm going to set up the months here. And I'm also going to decorate the cover on the inside. And then I will get to the back pages and some other things that I'm doing in another video. I'm trying to keep these short enough that you're able to watch them without, the video going on endlessly. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. This is my cover choice for 2020. As you can see, it is of the same style as the one that I used for 2019. A couple of differences with this one. If I was forced to choose, I would say that I prefer the look of this one better than the look of this one. I like how it has the addition of like the little things off on the side, and I like how it's framed in here, and I don't know, I like the feel of this one better. I like how it kind of wraps around to the back, and this one does not do that as far. It just goes to here, but none of the design really goes over to the back. And this one had silver foiling, this one has gold foiling. I don't really have a preference between the two of those, but I don't know, I kind of liked how this one was just a little darker, but for me, I really like this style because it's a coated cover instead of just one of the fabric ones, so it does stay clean throughout the year even if you don't have it in a clear cover on cover. Normally, I have mine in a leather cover, often without the clear cover on cover, but when I was in the fabric style, I didn't feel like I could have it outside of the cover, and I love things that involve nature, so if they continue making this style, I will continue purchasing this. Here are the things that I have to kind of go in to my planner, and so I thought that I would just go ahead and start with the inside pages. Now, I had mentioned in my last video that I usually have a photo here that's going to remain the same. And so I'm gonna move this out of the way. To get the photo there, I use the included little, what is this? Pocket, I guess. First you have to find where the backing meets here. And so you just peel off this. And now you want to be sure that you're using it the right way. So it's a pocket, so you want it to be able to be used like this. You could use it different ways. This is my preference. I feel like I've had a few years to figure out what I like and what I don't like. Just need to make sure that it lines up well. I have a hair here. Little piece of fuzz. Well, it did a wrinkly thing. Not sure why. Okay. Now you don't have really a lot of work, like time to work this, so you want to try to get it right. It's a little off. I'm not going to stress about it. The reason why I put it up here is because if you use the clear cover on cover, the back portion, there's a pocket already here with the cover on cover. And then that one will get covered up. If you're using a cover on cover, that doesn't get covered up. So I feel like this is the best spot to put this. So my photo that I'm going to put in for this year is a photo of my husband and I in San Francisco when we went to see Metallica. And I'll probably print out a word like this year I just did love with one of those. It's a letra tag. I think that I have a clear in here. Let's see. I haven't thought this through. let's see if fly shows up enough. I'm careful about using the white ones. It's not clear, it's white. It doesn't show on everything, so I'm not sure that it would show on the white against the white as well. But I also don't want to switch. So let's try that. The only thing that irritates me about these is that when you cut them, it doesn't come off with the same distance on the other side. So we're just gonna do fly, because that was the first time we'd ever been on an airplane. It was a big trip for us. Didn't think this through a whole lot. I might hate that, but the great thing is you can just peel that right up with the sticky stuff. So we've got that. And then I also mentioned that I was going to have some kind of combination of sassy stuff and nature stuff. I really like kind of mimicking, I like the idea of mimicking the outside with the inside. And I kind of had a couple of these out yesterday trying to decide which one I liked between them. And now I really don't remember how I had this laid out, but it was working yesterday. I think I had this one here, and then this here, and I think that was there. And then I was gonna put a couple of floral pieces here. But you know, I might add, let's see. I don't know if this would work even. This is a bumper sticker. It's a bumper sticker, like that's the way what it was designed to be. So I don't know if that will work or not. I've never tried to put anything like that here, but we're huge Metallica fans. And this is a Metallica fan is called a fifth member because there's 4 people in the band, and you being a fan, you make up the 5th member. So this is the band and then the 5th member. Anyway, so I've never put it on my car. So it's just kind of hanging there. I think I like this because if I do it like this, then I still have a little bit of room to put some more stickers. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. I thought about putting this in the back, but I think I like the idea of putting it on the front. Wait, it's a bumper sticker though. Those go on like a specific way, right? No? Okay. Sometimes I think bumper stickers work so that I'm going to say this wrong. The way they're like mirrored or something. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ignore me. I think this needs to come down just a little bit. Is that gonna work? Yes. Okay. I really like putting things up here that I'm going to look at all year. So you have to like what you put there, right? So I feel like I like my husband. We like Metallica. And I'm sassy and sarcastic, but I also love nature. I love taking photos of nature. It's like my thing. Old buildings, people, nature. This is a washi. This is a washi sticker. Want that a little lower, I think. I actually got a big bundle of washi stickers from Siobhan. She has the YouTube channel Just Scribble, and she's one of the admins on the Chic Sparrow 2.0 group. Has a lot of Chic Sparrow knowledge, and she had posted somewhere all of the washi flake stickers that she had, and I was like, oh my goodness. And so she sent me some for my birthday earlier this month. So thank you, because these are gonna come in handy with my setup because I love these black and white ones a lot. It reminds me of a gorgeous floral tattoo. Okay. You got to be smarter than the sticker, guys. The problem is they're clear, so it makes it difficult to get them sometimes. If I had longer nails, but I don't like long nails. All right. Let's try to... How did I have this angled? Is that gonna work? Yes, yes, yes. All right. Very delicate washi flakes. Look at that. Would that not be a beautiful tattoo? Okay. All right. And then I saw, I made it awkward because that's what I do. Some people are like so sure of themselves and they like never question anything they say or do. You guys have no idea how many times I like pause in the middle of a video and I'm like, I sound so dumb. Like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? And I usually edit those out. Sometimes my kids are like, you should totally keep that, Mom. And sometimes I do, but some people think I'm just like being horribly self-degrading, but it really is just me. And ultimately, I don't care, but I'm a real dweeb. Okay. So I feel like I need something else there. Hold up. I have gnome washi flakes somewhere. Do you ever put things in a safe place and then not be able to find them later? Okay, I'm going to come back to this because this is going to drive me nuts. But for now, I'm going to leave this. And if I can find my gnome, I'm going to put him there. So that's the front. And then on the back, I usually don't worry about it being like as whatever. Again, if you use a cover on cover, this part gets covered up. And since I use them so much, I think I'm only going to put it on this side here. And I had a couple of stickers I was thinking about using. And I think I might just use these two. Two of my favorite shows, The Office and Parks and Rec. We started watching Parks and Rec really late. Like, we didn't start watching it until, was it last year? Last year. I remember when it first came out, I was like, oh, they're trying to copy The Office. And so I refused to watch it. And in so many ways, I think I love it more than The Office. We loved The Office sort of more at the beginning. I felt like it just got a little bit too raunchy in places, you know, and like turned it off. Ugh. Like, I don't know. I feel like you can go over the top, and I feel like they went over the top sometimes. So I felt like Parks and Rec didn't ever like hit that like ugh spot. So we watched it and loved it. I liked how they spent more time like outside of their office area. Anyway, I feel like you got to know them better as people because of that. So I'm going to just leave the back page right there like that. And then the next spot, I'm going to put a family picture here. It's like perfectly sized for one of the little mini photos. I use a Canon Ivy. I also have the Fuji Instax, not the one that takes the photos, but the one that prints your photos. And they're both nice and cool, but this makes it easy because it's a sticker already. This is not. This is from the Fuji, and this is from the Ivy. So I don't really do anything with the rest of all of this. I very rarely reference it, but I always cover that spot up with a photo. And then I'm going to not do anything with this section, and then the rest of my time here is going to be dedicated to putting my monthly on. And if you watched my last video, I did mention I was between two different kinds of stickers. I did, after filming that video, go all the way out to Michael's yesterday. I did have the right book, but I basically just bought this giant book of stickers that I don't use many of for the months written out in the script. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this page out so that I don't have to worry about that. So because, and I mentioned this in my last video, because I only plan in the current calendar year, I'm not going to put December here because I only put the monthly label on the current year. So this goes from December to March of 2021, but I'm only going to label the core 12 months that this planner holds. So the way that I like to do it is obviously your monthly words. The months are all different length, but I like to start them at the same spot. So I don't know, that just looks right to me. Oh, and I've never done this on camera, so I forget. And it's been a year since I did it. I like to try to get them lined up neatly. And I'm going to put them so that the last letter ends one space before the Hobonichi stuff. Okay. That was popped up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. I love that this is brown. So again, one space away. And then this kind of has a bouncy script to it. I try to keep it lined up as best as possible, but I'm not going to worry about like perfection. That could be tilted down just a bit, but I'm going to be okay with it as long as the script doesn't pop into the month. I'm going to go ahead and speed it up from here so that this doesn't last forever, because I do like to kind of take my time with it. All right, so the months are all labeled. Like I said, I'm keeping the next 3 months without the date, without the monthly name, and then the December for 2019, I'm not labeling. I found my gnomes. So there's this guy who's sitting facing that way. And then my usual go-to is the little gnome with his feet going in. That's the last one I have in this pack. I think that I got this from Joann Fabric. It's in a little pack of washi stickers, and it has clouds and umbrellas and suns and these gnomes. And I don't know why the pack came the way it did. I would have definitely paired gnomes with mushrooms and trees and little garden, you know, things like squirrels and such, but that's not what they did. And although I kind of like the way this one curves into him, I always go for the standing gnome. That's just my preference. If you have a gnome preference, you've got problems. Oh gosh. So I'm just gonna put my little gnome here. So mostly black and white with just two little pops of color. My gnome and my Metallica fan club sticker. Do what makes you happy, right? I also have these little stickers that I like to fill in spaces with. They're like Gold Star Adulting. I don't know ultimately if I'll fill this in more. I kind of like giving myself a little space to put more things in as the year goes on. What if I find a bigger, perfect gnome washi sticker? Maybe I'll want to put him there. So I like to leave a little bit of space. With the yellow one that I originally put together for last year, I like took up every single bit of space, and then I was kind of like, what? But what if I want to do something else? So I'll leave these little bits, places to embellish. You can fill it in with washi, you could fill it in with words, you could fill it in with little stickers. And obviously you're probably not a gnome person, that's just my thing. So, you know, think about what you like, you know, as a person, and what you could put on your Hobonichi so that you're going to not get tired of it throughout the year. Try to think about that with everything that you do as far as like picking which cover. When I was picking my cover for last year and I had the solid colors that I was trying to choose between, I didn't go with my first gut choice of this, well, not this one, but this one, because I was like, well, I get bored of that. But I got bored of the color really fast. Even though it was yellow and it was my favorite color, I just felt like I got bored of it just being one drab color. And so I really prefer these floral ones. I hope they make them again in the future. So go with the cover that you think you're not going to just hate, you know, after seeing it every day for the first 4 weeks of the year. And then when you decorate, make sure that it's something that you know you're not going to get tired of. I love black and white floral, and I love my husband. I like sarcastic sayings, and I've been a Metallica fan since I was in junior high. So these things aren't changing. And then of course in the back, putting two of my favorite TV shows, little kitschy things. And I know that I really like this font. So I know that I'll be happy with these decisions. I do wait and choose my washi closer to the month that is coming up, because I never know when I'm going to get a washi that I love and I've never had before, and I wouldn't want to put the washi down and then get one that I thought would be perfect for that month and then not get to use it. So I always wait on that. And then some people might think that it's an atrocity, but I cut out these. This year I did try, I kept them in for a little over half the year, and I did add little charms to them, but they drive me nuts. I don't think because they're so light that they're helpful in any way. I use my ollie clip. You can use other kinds of tabs if you want to hold your place somewhere. I just think that these are pretty much worthless, and don't pass out anybody. This is probably as planner sinful as rolling your chic sparrow leather, but I like doing that too. So you just want to be careful, and then I like to try to cut as close in as I can, and I have a tiny pair of little scissors that are really sharp, and I'm just gonna get as close down in there as I can. And you can't really tell that they were there. I can tuck that little bit that's left. If I can get this back off my thumb, can tuck that little bit back in a little bit. And now I don't have to worry about these for the year. All right, this is part 2. I will do part 3, which I'm thinking will probably be the last part of the 2020 setup videos. We'll see, I guess. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new around here and don't want to miss out on future videos, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much as always for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye guys.